So let's start now. In previous class, we have already discussed about what the total force. Now, once while considering this charge distribution and total force on Q naught, we have considered what was the. I am just again giving the recap. If this is the total surface, then one of the portion I took as ds containing dq charge, and its distance from q naught is small r. Then the force experienced by q naught because of a small elemental charge dq should be df is equals to k dq q naught upon r square in scalar form. And if we want in vector form, because all the elemental charge will be having the different distances, that's why direction will be different. So if this is the o and this is p, so op vector is, let's suppose, r vector, then this direction will be r cap along op. So here if you want to consider in vector form, you need to put its direction r cap. Now for total force experienced on q naught by such dq element distributed among this whole surface, you will be considering, let's suppose this is again dq, but since its distance will be different, this is r dash vector, so all forces direction wise will be, and magnitude wise will be different, but each and every will be having the df1 df2 df3. But since they are being distributed continuously, so for adding them we need to take the superposition principle. It means what total force is being considered as in that way: df1 vector, df2 vector, df3 vector, and so on, all the charges. But since all these forces are being distributed uniformly and continuously, that's why for this addition, instead of taking the sign sigma, we took the signs integration, right? Integration. And what kind of integration it is? Surface integration. So we write here small s, and since it is the closed area, if this surface is closed, so we put a small circle on this integration symbol. This is a small circle showing that this area is closed surface. And since it is a surface integration, it means areal integration, so we have written s. If the charge would be distributed on length, instead of s, I would be writing here l. If this distribution is along volume, I'll be writing here v, right? So here this is s, k dq q naught upon r square, value of df. Now in vector form, I need to write in that way. So direction has been considered now. S is here, k is constant, would be taken outside, q naught is fixed. Always, whatever distribution we will be considering, q naught will not be changing. So q naught would be staying inside the integration, with respect to which we need to take the integration dq. So whatever is written with d, the quantities are being integrated or differentiated with respect to that: dx, dy, dz, dq. So dq will be inside, r square will be inside. So we have considered this dq. Now I need to replace it. How I am going to replace it? See carefully. So this is the basic step for any kind of distribution, whether it's a linear distribution, whether it's a surface distribution, whether it's a volume distribution. This is the basic concept. If you want, you may consider it as a volume. Doesn't matter, dq charge is contained in dv volume. Instead of s, I'll be just substituting v. Each and everything till now will be same. Now afterwards, the things will be changed for different things. So for volume charge distribution, it would be different. For surface charge distribution, it would be different. And for linear charge distribution, it would be different. I'm giving you how we can calculate it. Now, if we'll consider the whole surface is containing total charge Q, and total surface S. So can you tell me what should be the uniform surface charge density sigma? Sigma is equals to capital Q by A, right? Total charge is Q and total area is A. So total charge upon total area. Total charge upon, or you can consider S, right? I have taken ds, so based on that S, so ds S total area, right? Now here if I'll be considering the small elemental portion, dq charge is being contained in ds. Can you tell me what should be the surface charge density for this? dq by ds. Answer will be same for q by s and dq by ds. Same or no? Yes. Total charge 100. Total area 10 meter square. Answer will be 10 coulomb per meter square. This is what? 10 coulomb upon 1 meter square. Answer again same. So it means this for continuous charge distribution, whether it would be q upon s, it means total charge contained in total area, or small charge contained in small area, should be same. dq upon ds. By this mathematical relation, can we find dq? So you can find dq either if sigma is given that in that way by cross multiplying sigma ds. And what is sigma here? Q upon s. So q upon s ds. If sigma is directly given, then you will be considering this. So substitute here. Total f will be k q naught integration 1 upon r square and value of dq. What is dq? Sigma ds. Sigma ds. Since sigma is constant, it will be taken outside. So sigma k q naught close integration 1 upon r square ds. This is the formula. Now, if you know which shape of ds is having, you can take the value of ds, right? So in that way, it's being considered. If you don't know the value, sorry, if you know the sigma, what is sigma? Don't take outside, take it, put it here, sigma ds upon r square. Now substitute k q naught and sigma value q by s ds upon r square. Now, if you know the regular figure, for example, beside this random figure, we have given circular shape. Can you tell me if r is the radius, what should be the total surface area of this circle? Can you please tell me? Everyone, what should be the area S? Please tell me, everyone. Tell me quickly. Since this is the area of circle having the radius r, its area should be pi r square. तो हम क्या करेंगे? Will be replacing this value s as pi r square. Now pi will be constant, r will be constant, will be taken outside. Q ds s in that way will be calculating. Whatever manner things would be given to us, will be considering in that way. So this is the basic formula, sigma ds upon r square. Similarly, for volume charge distribution, if let's suppose this is the dV element in which small dq is being considered, then force will be k q naught integration of dq by r square. So here rho surface charge density will be dq upon dv. So what value of dq you can replace here? Rho dv. So substitute this value of dq and you will get the formula of force, and obviously r cap is there in vector form. K q naught integration of rho dv upon r square. Rho dv upon r square. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर इसको हम वॉल्यूम वाइज sphere consider कर ले. Let's suppose this figure is sphere having radius r. Can you tell me what should be the volume of it?
4/3 pi r cube.
Very good. 4/3 pi r cube. So if total volume of this whole figure is 4/3 pi r cube and total charge content is capital Q, can you tell me what should be the volume charge density? Tell me. Q by V, and value of rho will be substituted here. This rho will be substituted Q upon 4/3 pi r cube in that way. So Q by V is 4/3 pi r cube dV. You will be considering in that way, right? So this is the formula for volume charge distribution. You don't need to rotate. Once you'll be learning the numericals on it, you will be automatically getting what I'm trying to say, right? Similarly, linear charge density for linear charge distribution, F is equals to K Q naught dq by r square. Everything till here will be same. N in vector form r cap. Now, for linear charge distribution, if charge is being distributed linearly on this rod, let's suppose this one, dq, 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 on dl length, dl length, dl length. So can you tell me what should be the linear charge density quickly? Linear charge density.
Q
Tell
upon
me.
L.
dq upon dl. I have mentioned only dq and dl. So surface charge density will be dq by dl. So for finding the value of dq so that this dq can be replaced, what should be the value of dq? dq is equals to lambda dl. Lambda dl. Now substitute the value of dq here and you will get the answer. So I'm writing it here. F is equals to F vector is equals to K Q naught integration, linear integration. This was surface integration. This was volume integration. This was linear integration. This is not the closed surface, so simply L, right? And this one is dq instead of dq, lambda dl upon r square, right? So by substituting the values of sigma, rho, or lambda, you'll be getting the total force on Q naught. So this is the concept how to calculate the force on a charge distribution, continuous charge distribution. How many of you understood this concept? So remaining next topic will start later on, right?